Welcome to Living History Channel. Be sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on more videos like this one.
A young John F. Kennedy poses with a snake in the late 1930s. Known as Jack to his friends, this rare moment captures the adventurous spirit of the future president decades before he reached the White House. Traders display their goods at the Colorado market during a harsh winter in the late 1800s. This scene reflects the grit of frontier life where survival depended on trade and endurance. Two people performed daily chores outside a log cabin in the early 20th century. Life in the rural heartlands was a cycle of hard labor and simplicity, far removed from the growing cities. A tense confrontation unfolds on a city street during the social unrest of the 1970s. This raw moment captures the boiling point of societal tensions that defined an era of rapid change. A hauntingly detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln, taken in 1865. The deep lines on his face tell the story of a man carrying the immense weight of a nation divided by civil war. A striking portrait of a young Native American man from the late 19th century. His steady gaze reflects a culture facing immense pressure during the expansion of the American West. A man smiles from behind iron bars during a public event in the mid-1900s. Whether a staged performance or a local jail, it captures a curious moment of public fascination. A group captures a massive crocodile during an expedition in the early 1900s. Such images were once symbols of human dominance over the untamed wilds of distant lands. Survivors stand near the wreckage of a plane in the snowy Andes in 1972. This is the miracle of the Flight 571, where human spirit and survival reached their absolute limits. A massive parade marches down Pennsylvania Avenue toward the U.S. Capitol in the 1920s. This organized display reflected the political and social movements of a post-war America. A Marine carries a frail woman to safety during the 1945 Battle of Okinawa. Despite the brutal fighting, this rare moment highlights the civilian tragedy as over 100,000 locals were caught in the crossfire. President John F. Kennedy and Jackie welcomed Prince Rainier III and Princess Grace Kelly to the White House in 1961. Interestingly, Grace Kelly had already met JFK years earlier while he was recovering from back surgery in the hospital. Master tattooist George Burchett displays his intricate work in the early 1900s. Burchett was so legendary that he inked kings and royalty across Europe, earning him the title King of Tattooists. The Shah of Iran inspects a cockpit at the McDonnell aircraft plant in 1962. A skilled pilot himself, the Shah's personal interest in aviation turned Iran's air force into one of the most powerful in the world. A Civil War veteran, William Lundy, stands beside a supersonic jet pilot in 1955. Remarkably, Lundy lived long enough to witness the world transition from horse-drawn wagons to aircraft flying faster than sound. Sisters Ida and Louise Cook pose together in their signature hats. By posing as eccentric opera fans, these brave sisters used their travels to smuggle 29 Jewish refugees out of Nazi Germany right under the Gestapo's nose. A rugged gold prospector and his loyal donkey trekked through the wilderness in the late 1800s. Interestingly, donkeys were preferred over horses because they could carry heavy tools and survive on much less water. Two men operate a primitive, hand-powered diving rig near a river in the early 1900s. Incredible as it seems, early divers often used repurposed barrels and manual air pumps to breathe underwater for hours. A Soviet Mi-8 helicopter flies past the monumental Buddhas of Bamiyan in the 1980s. Tragically, these ancient statues, which stood for over 1,500 years, were completely destroyed by the Taliban in 2001. A traditional water carrier in Qajar-era Iran hauls heavy leather skins on his back. Before modern plumbing, these sakhas were vital to city life, often providing water for free to the thirsty as a religious act of charity. A passenger adjusts a portable television installed in the back of a car in the 1960s. Long before tablets and streaming, these bulky sets were a high-tech luxury, often requiring a massive antenna on the car's roof. Amelia Earhart smiles while studying a flight map with her navigator in 1937. She was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic, but mysteriously vanished later that year while attempting to circumnavigate the globe. The glamorous Susan Hayward poses on a film set in the 1950s. Despite her fame, Hayward was known for her incredible work ethic, famously saying she had to work twice as hard because she didn't have natural talent. Daring painters balance on the suspension cables of the Brooklyn Bridge in 1914. Without any safety harnesses, these workers relied solely on their balance to maintain the structure that spans over 1,500 feet across the East River. Actor David McCallum showcases a futuristic costume for the 1963 series The Outer Limits. This episode, The Sixth Finger, explored accelerated evolution using groundbreaking makeup effects for the time to transform his character. Dorothy Counts walks to school in 1957, facing harassment on her first day at an all-white high school. Despite the hostility, she became a symbol of courage, though she was forced to withdraw just 4 days later for her safety. A Maori man displays his sacred tā moko facial tattoos in the late 1800s. Unlike standard tattoos, these were carved into the skin with chisels, telling the unique story of the wearer's ancestry and social status. The real-life models for the iconic painting American Gothic pose in front of the masterpiece. Nan Wood Graham and Dr. Byron McKeeby, the artist's sister and dentist, immortalized the stern face of rural America in 1930. A woman demonstrates a bizarre nose-shaper device in 1944. Before modern plastic surgery became common, these painful-looking contraptions promised to reshape the face through constant pressure and metal straps. An exhausted couple continues to dance during a 1930s dance marathon. In these grueling contests, desperate people danced for weeks to win cash prizes, often collapsing from sleep deprivation while their partners held them up. Thousands of surplus military aircraft sit parked in an Arizona boneyard after World War II. Following the war's end, the U.S. had a massive surplus of planes that were no longer needed, leading to these vast desert storage sites. President George W. Bush makes urgent calls on September 11, 2001, shortly after being notified of the attacks. This candid shot captures the gravity of the moment as the administration scrambled to respond to the most significant crisis of the 21st century. A Nez Perce woman poses with her striking floor-length hair in the late 1800s. In many Native American cultures, long hair is considered sacred, symbolizing a strong connection to the earth and one's spiritual heritage. Winston Churchill strides confidently in his famous siren suit during World War II. Designed for quick changes during air raids, this one-piece garment became a wartime fashion icon and Churchill's preferred attire for late-night work. A Native American couple shares a tender moment by their canoe in 1905. This rare, intimate photograph captures a quiet side of indigenous life, preserving a legacy of love and tradition that remains powerful over a century later. Alain Delon and Romy Schneider take a break on the set of the 1969 film La Piscine. Though their real-life engagement had ended years earlier, their undeniable chemistry on screen turned this psychological thriller into a cult classic. Young Dennis Hopper shares a conversation with bombshell Jane Mansfield at a Hollywood party in 1955. While Mansfield was a major sex symbol of the era, Hopper was just beginning his journey as a rebel icon. Revolutionary leader Pancho Villa sits behind the wheel of a car surrounded by his men during the Mexican Revolution. A key figure in the uprising, Villa transitioned from a bandit to a folk hero, commanding a private army that famously evaded capture by U.S. forces. The legendary cast of the 1955 film Mr. Roberts poses in uniform. Henry Fonda, James Cagney, William Powell, and Jack Lemmon brought this World War II naval story to life, earning Lemmon his first Academy Award. Alfred Whiting, a Black Confederate veteran, attends a reunion in 1912. His presence at such events remains a complex subject in history, highlighting the varied and often difficult roles individuals played during the American Civil War. Screen siren Lana Turner exudes Hollywood glamour in a 1940s studio portrait. Known as the Sweater Girl, Turner's captivating presence and a dramatic personal life made her one of the most bankable stars of MGM's golden era. Workers balance on high stilts to string hop gardens in Kent, England, during the 1920s. This traditional method allowed them to reach the tops of the tall trellises, showcasing a unique and gravity-defying skill passed down through generations. An Inuit woman emerges from the entrance of an igloo in the early 1900s. Adapted to one of the harshest environments on Earth, these ice structures provided essential warmth and shelter for Arctic communities. A striking portrait of a bearded Confederate veteran in his military attire. Decades after the American Civil War ended, many veterans continued to wear their uniforms as a symbol of their past service and personal identity. An elderly veteran stands with his family before a soaring equestrian monument. In the early 20th century, these reunions at historic landmarks served as a bridge between the living memory of war and the generations that followed. A massive spherical tank is transported across a Soviet highway. Moving such colossal industrial equipment required specialized heavy-duty trucks and careful planning to navigate roads not originally built for loads of this immense scale. These eerie photos showing a family with tall skeletal beings are actually AI-generated fakes. While they mimic the style of early 20th century photography, they are modern digital creations designed to spark curiosity and go viral on social media. Major Jesse Marcel inspects debris found near Roswell in 1947. Initially reported as a flying disc, the military later identified it as a weather balloon, sparking decades of debate and UFO conspiracy theories. Brigitte Bardot, the ultimate French-style icon, gazes into a decorated hand mirror in the late 1960s. Bardot's blend of natural beauty and bohemian fashion redefined female stardom and made her a global symbol of liberation and grace. Confederate soldiers gather for a meal at their campsite during the American Civil War. In the midst of the brutal conflict, these brief moments of camaraderie and rest provided a vital sense of normalcy and survival for men on the front lines.
Thanks for watching. If there's a forgotten era or photo you want me to bring to life, drop it in the comments. I'm listening.